What is up, guys? Today Westkiss sent me over another 613 blonde lace wig, and we are going to slay her for the gods in platinum. You see all of this baby hair. We're going to use our spray bottle with just some water and go ahead and pull all those baby hairs back. Next, we're going to add our Got To Be Glued spray. Whenever you're bleaching your knots, you want to use this to make sure that you go ahead and hold all of the baby hairs in place. Also, you want to make sure that you are not over bleaching, and this will help you to achieve that perfectly. Now, I created my mixture off camera, but this is just 30 volume developer and BW bleach. I get it to a nice thick consistency, and I go ahead and spread it all over the lace. Now, some people will use a butter knife. Sometimes I feel like when I use the butter knife, I don't do it right. So I've got to try that again. But for today, we're going to just use a regular processing brush. And I just applied that generously all over the lace. I let that sit on for about 15 minutes, rinsed it off in cool water, and then I went ahead and used my purple shampoo. You guys can see the purple shampoo did stain the root. But because we're going to be toning the hair to a silver color, I thought it would add some dimension, so I was not worried. This is a T18, and also I'm going to use 2 T14 of the Wella toner. And I'm going to just go ahead and put 2 of the T14s in one side of this mixing bowl, and I'm going to put the T18 on the opposite side. Normally you would use a 20 volume developer. I was out, so I opted for a 30. You put 1 part toner to 2 parts of this toner. So on the right side, there's 1 bottle of toner, so I used 2 bottles of the developer. So obviously on the left side, I went ahead and used 4 bottles full of the developer to go ahead and match those 2 bottles of the toner. Next, you want to go ahead and mix that up very generously. Now, what you will find is that the 2 different products will separate pretty much immediately, so don't mix it until you're actually ready to apply. Now, here's a closer shot of the lace and how it stained with that purple shampoo. I don't really know how you would get that out if you did not intend to have that purple. I actually liked it because it created a little bit of dimension for me in person. Since I am going silver, it kind of complemented what was already going on. But word to the wise, if you are not wanting your lace to be stained like this, do not use a purple shampoo on your blonde hair after you've bleached the knots. Go ahead and just use a regular moisturizing shampoo or whatever you have, just not purple. So as you guys can see, I kind of get real savage with my application of the toner. I like to have extra because I don't like to really paint it on the brush. I kind of like to just use my hands. And if you're going to use your hands, make sure you have gloves on. And once I have it evenly distributed, I just take my little detangler and, get it through. Now, these are the results and what it looked like. I left the toner on for about 20 minutes, rinsed it out, washed it with a regular shampoo, conditioned, let it air dry, and here we are. Majority of the install I did off camera. All I did was I bonded this wig down with my Got To Be Glued spray. I went ahead and cut off the excess lace, trimmed down the baby hair, and swooped. I used foam lotion, was the only product I used for swooping the baby hair, no edge control at all. And as you guys can see, it came out pretty good. The only thing is when you're doing blonde hair, you have to make sure that your baby hairs are concealed because you guys can see a little bit of my dark natural roots, right there. Now, the art of installing a wig is all about finesse. You might find that, you get frustrated when you're installing and it's not coming out right. Take a break and come back whenever you can, but do not get frustrated with your install. I find that whenever I install for the first time, the next day, I'll come back and customize a little bit more. Sometimes, you just gotta take a break. So I've added a little bit of serum to catch any flyaways and make sure it's tamed and sleek. Now I'm just going in with my Babyliss flat iron and just pressing the heck out of the hair. I'm not sure if you can see it as well on camera, but there is a really good amount of dimension in this hair, so it's not just one flat, silver color, and that's what I love about this custom color that I did. All I want to do is make sure that the crown is super flat and super neat. Now, again, I did not pluck out the hairline at all, and that is because I really wanted to make sure that everything was, looking good and installed, and then I'll go back after the fact and decide if I want to, tweeze out the hairline a little bit more. But I do find that whenever you have such a bright root that you don't need to trim down the baby hair as much because it's already looking thin because there is no dark root. Hopefully that makes sense. If I did not mention, this one is 22 inches and 180% density. I absolutely love the blonde wigs from Westkiss. They actually do an amazing job. They also gave me some links to some discounts and coupon codes for you guys, so make sure that you check out the description bar for that. Also, I picked up a new Fit Me powder. I actually picked it up in my shade and one shade lighter. I still don't love this powder as much because I do find that it still comes up orange for me, but I do find that when you put it on, don't pack it on. You kind of want to just go ahead and use it sparsely or sparingly and spread it out so that it's not so bright. But I have come to the conclusion that not a bronzer, but more so a contour powder will work best. So you'll see in just a few minutes I'm going to go over this with a contour powder. But in the meantime, in between time, don't forget to let me know your Holy Grail products for your lace. Okay, so I am officially done. I feel like I've been playing in this hair all day. Now, I was going for a silver. I didn't want it to be like straight synthetic silver. I kind of wanted it to have an ash tone to it and just kind of look more complementary to my skin. So I kind of did a quick YouTube search to see what toners would work best for a silver look, and C14 seemed to be one. And then of course I mixed it with the T18 and I got this color. Now before I even did that, I did bleach the knots on the lace. Now I did that because I was hopeful that, you know how when you bleach the knots it turns the lace like a warmer tone, like an orange or a yellow or sometimes a little bit red. I wanted it to do that to make the lace blend with my scalp a little bit more, or my skin tone, so that it wouldn't be too pale. And I don't feel like it did anything. Honestly I didn't see a difference. I finally went and picked up a fresh set. So I picked up the 360 Mocha, and this is what I've always used, but I was down like way past pan in my original one that I had, so I went ahead and threw that one away. And this seems to be the closest to my skin tone that my local Target sells. I think there's one darker, so I'm gonna go online and look and see. As far as the hair, everything worked out well. It didn't tangle or do anything crazy. I will say it did give me a little bit more shedding than I would have liked, but I kind of feel like that's kind of the name of the game with blonde hair. A lot of the times it will shed a little bit more than what you will want, but it's not like coming out in chunks like it's gonna be bald tomorrow. I feel like a lot of times when you get 613 blonde hair and it comes with a darker root, it doesn't shed as much as it does whenever you get a 613 blonde that has a, you know, no dark root. It's just, you know, the same all throughout. Honestly, the color is kind of bugging me, so I'm going to just take a little bit of this Black Radiance powder and kind of go in. I kind of feel like gotta fix it, like it's not blending. Now also, to make this look amazing, I definitely would recommend adding a dark root if that is something you're into. When it comes to wigs, it's all about playing with it. Everybody has a different preference. What I like you may not like, so you may not find the silver to be complimentary or your taste, and that's why it's all about just, you know, experimenting and having fun. Still not perfect, but I definitely like that much better than the Maybelline. It definitely needs to go with something a little bit more dark and a lot more cool tone. I definitely want to do a style with this, like putting it up or something like that. I really had no complaints about this wig. Again, it did shed just a little bit more than a normal shed. Again, it did shed a little bit more than, you know, dark hair will shed, but you will find that over, just generally speaking, that 613 blonde lace wigs do tend to shed a little bit more. Maybe not all of them, but a good amount of them will give you a little bit more shedding than if the hair was in its natural color. Other than that, I absolutely had fun with this one. Make sure you check out Westkiss. You guys know I love to work this company all the freaking time. They have some awesome hair, whether you want bundles, wigs, natural hair, colored hair, 613 blonde hair. They definitely have it all, so make sure you check out the links in the description box below. Also, a list of everything I used to achieve this look is down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.